Welcome to The Resilient Realtor, where we gain insight, inspiration, and understanding of what makes a great real estate agent. Interviewing agents of change. And now, the host of The Resilient Realtor, an award-winning veteran real estate agent and community leader, Kim Hayden.
Hi, and welcome back to The Resilient Realtor. I'm your host, Kim Hayden. I am so excited to run down the rabbit hole with somebody substantially younger than me, but quite the successful woman, and she is just rocking it. So as you know, here at The Resilient Realtor, our entire quest is to find the leaders, the agents of change that you can listen to, that will fill your head, your heart, and your business with the energy that you deserve to have in your business. So welcome, Kat. Super excited to have you here. And is Kat short for something? Because I do like cats, but
is short for Catherine.
Catherine. Oh, I like Kat. Kat is.
No, you have to kind of own the name Kat. You know, you got to be a little sassy, and you know, you always remember Kat. You know, there's a lot of Catherines, but there's only a few Cats.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Kat, tell us a little bit about first. Where are you? So, give us your full kind of bio background.
I am in Charleston, South Carolina. We call it the Holy City here because there is the most churches in the downtown area, and we have several beaches: Sullivan's Island, Isle of Palms, a lot of history, a lot of culture, restaurants. We are pretty much on everyone's radar at this point because we have been voted, I think, for the 7th time as the #1 travel destination by Conda Nest Travel something, but
something.
7th time.
7-time winner of where you can go when COVID's not stopping you. So it must be an amazing place to spend COVID. I'm sitting in a snow drift, layered.
It's incredible. You know, we have water everywhere. So, you know, a beach walk is definitely just a bridge away, as I like to say. You know, walking downtown, you'll see Rainbow Row. I mean, it's really cool. I got my hair cut the other day, and it's right around the corner from Rainbow Row. And there's just so much history, just even in your everyday life, that, you know, you stumble upon. So I love that about Charleston.
And that's the East Coast of the United States is quite rich in the history because it's so, you can't step somewhere but without stepping on a piece of history or running into a piece of history. So, Kat, give us a little bit of idea on how long have you been in real estate?
5 years exactly, on the dot, actually.
5 years? Oh, so this is like anniversary podcast. This is awesome. So 5 years. And tell me, when you first came out of school, what were your goals?
Gosh, my goals, getting a job. I mean, I graduated from the University of Georgia in 2013. And so I would have swept floors at McDonald's. I mean, I would have done anything, but I originally wanted to do public relations full-time, you know, event planning, and, you know, it kind of transcends into real estate perfectly because, you know, you're selling yourself, you know, as a trusted advisor, and, you know, the marketing standpoint of PR just transcends well into real estate as well. So public relations was originally the plan, and I ended up in real estate by the gift of God, actually.
And you had mentioned that you actually hit your 5-year goal in your 4th year in real estate. So tell me about your goals in real estate.
So I am a goal setter. I love to create the vision board. I benchmark my goals every quarter. I am really big on that. And so it's actually funny, with COVID, I wanted to sell X amount of homes, and I actually doubled that this year, and I hit my mark like halfway through the year. So in doing that, I have now created a team because, you know, there's only so many of me to run around Charleston helping people. And so I've exceeded all of my goals. And I think that's huge in the fact that when you visualize yourself succeeding in that goal, it happens. And that's what I've always done.
What are the top three things that you use or leverage to assist you in achieving those goals? Like what type of
Instagram.
platforms or, hmm?
Instagram. I have found that all of my either past clients, future clients, my network is on Instagram. I had someone actually today make an appointment with me, and she said, "Hey, I found you through hashtags." So I definitely leverage social media. Um, the second thing, I love to be involved in the community. I think it's one thing to say, yeah, let me sell you a house, but let me sell you the culture and the community and why I love Charleston so much. And so, I'm involved in the Junior League of Charleston. I'm involved in Charleston Association of Realtors. So I really get out into the community and network. So networking, Instagram. The third one I think would be just embracing personality. Everyone wants to work with someone that has a lot of energy, and I'm constantly learning from the resilience series even, and my different peers that are better in the industry than me. So I think those are the three.
That's awesome. So let's go back to community. What's the one event that maybe was missed in 2020 that you absolutely love, that either you have helped support or attended, that you are just like waiting for it to come back, or just hope that you can help bring it back?
So in Charleston, we have something called the Wine and Food Festival, and it is huge. It's like a week long. There's all these events going on. There's a big culinary village. That was actually the last event I went to, also, ironically. So, it's just a great way to connect with the culture of Charleston and, the shrimp and grits and the wine and, all
Okay,
the.
when is that? Because I want to book a tour for 2022 and I'm
Yeah,
coming.
it's in March. I actually just had to delete that I had it in my calendar for 2020 and 2021 because you have to really get tickets. Like you have to set your alarm in October to get tickets for everything in March. So that is definitely what I'm missing. Also, I love hosting events for my clients. So I think next year or whenever I can, I'm going to do a client appreciation party on a sailboat because that's out in the ocean and
Brilliant.
Charleston Harbor. I'm all about it. I can't wait.
I love client appreciation parties. Um, we did a community appreciation party with food trucks.
Oh, I love that. How
Yeah, so we
yes.
invited a group of 7 food trucks. So we worked with the local coordinator called YYC Food Trucks. And so all the food trucks, everybody bought their own food and everything, but 10% went back to the community. And we were actually, I shouldn't say we, this was actually my husband's brainchild. Um, organize the, socially distancing, making sure people stayed safe. We even had our health department out and they were totally cool with it. But the amount of people said, oh my God, I so needed a community event, that it was awesome. And like close to just shy of $5,000 we raised for
Wow.
yeah, that's how popular. We did a whole
Beautiful.
series. Yeah. Yeah. Just for the community association, because
I love
they need love. They need love and money. Those.
it. I love it. I might have to steal that idea.
Oh, go for it. Go for
Yeah.
it. I've got lots of ideas. I've been around a long time. Uh, so, so events, we're talking about the community and creating community. So as we know, branding is part of that community. And sometimes we can get challenged when we chase business, right? We lose sight of our purpose. We lose sight of our passion and our why. Can you share with us or what your why is, your passion? What gets you up and moving and keeping you authentic to yourself and authentic to your clients?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think it's so relevant to be asking that every day because, the reason why you get out of the bed every morning is so important. to keep you going, especially during burnout or times that are crazy. My why is definitely the fact that I get to be a part of people's story, and I am basically their foundation of the next several years of memories and just building a home of their own. I mean, it gives me chills actually. It's like, it's not just a transaction and like, okay, great, on to the next. It's like, wow, like I can visualize your life here and, growing your family, or, maybe they're listing and moving across the country because that's always been a dream to live on the coast of California or something. I get to be that instrumental part of the process. And that is definitely my why and the reason why I do what I do and love what I do.
Absolutely. Being able to help people finish a chapter or start a chapter. I mean, we all know that every great book is highly edited, but the core of the story is always there, right? So when people look back, they won't remember. I had a great discussion with a gal today. Will you remember it in 5 years? What will you remember in 5 years? They will remember, they're buying that home and that all the good that went into that process. They won't remember, the first time they burnt toast in that home, or they're not going to remember the bad stuff. They remember, what was the landmark opportunities. So you seem to be a very positive person. And in today's world, a lot of people are struggling with that just because the outside world can be quite icky at times. What do you feed yourself with? Who are you listening to? What are you reading? Let's go down that rabbit hole. So maybe you may, unbeknownst, start your own book club. People will say, "Well, Kat read it, so I'm going to read it." So what are you reading right now?
I'm actually reading Sell It Like Sarant. Have you read that? It's
No, I
actually
have not. Sell
um,
it.
Sell It Like Sarant. It's Ryan
Sir.
Sarant.
Oh, okay.
hmm
I have not read that one. What are you loving about it?
I can really relate to the fact that, he wanted, he kind of struggled through his first year of real estate, and he thought he wanted to be an actor at one point. I wanted to be an actress at one point, and
I wanted to be a pop star.
I worked with Julia Roberts,
Yeah.
and yeah, I took acting classes when I was in fifth grade. I mean, I did the whole thing. So I can relate to him a lot on oh my goodness, what am I doing? Okay, this is how we do it. And then he has grown so quickly into this superstar. So I also can relate to the fact that he was never afraid to ask for the business, and found himself in all these situations where, he put himself out there, and you have to do that to succeed in anything you do, really. Um, that's what I'm currently reading. What was the other question?
What are you listening to? Podcast. Everybody's loving podcasts. That's the big thing right now. So, do you listen to podcasts? Is there anybody you love? Does not have to be real estate related. It could
I
just be,
love Lee Brown's Crazy Shit in Real Estate. That's
yeah.
one of my favorites. And I have recently, speaking of listening to the Clubhouse, I don't know if you've heard of this latest app,
No,
but
I have heard. Tell me a bit about it because I have yet to get a straight answer as to what
I
it is.
stop. I can't stop. It's like I can't get off of it almost. It is going to change the way that the world communicates. And it is essentially people in these, they call them rooms, and they are just collaborating and sharing ideas. And it's every topic. It's real estate, it's branding, it's marketing, it's wellness, whatever topic you want to talk about, there's people in a room talking about it from 6 a.m. until 11 at night. And it is so cool to just sit in on a room. You can bounce around in rooms. I kind of think of it like, the NAR conferences where you go and you beep bop around into different webinars or breakout sessions. It's
Yep.
just like that. And people can ask questions and collaborate. And it just ignites you and encourages those deeper connections than just, a like on social media platforms. So
Yes. Yeah.
I have not gotten off that. I wake up and I go to a coffee and contracts one, and then there's a mastermind group. I even sat in on an Atlanta branding session because, it's just cool to
Oh,
connect.
getting involved. One of the things that I love the most about expanding beyond your own market and finding ideas, because a lot of things that work in Wichita, Kansas, will work in Charleston. You just may not have thought of it, right? So,
Exactly.
exactly, yeah, it's so cool. So I'm gonna have to check out that Clubhouse.
I actually got a referral already from it. An agent said, "Oh, I'm actually looking for an agent in Charleston," because I connected with him offline. I said, "Hey, I really appreciated, the things that you shared this morning." And he said, "Actually, it's so funny you're reaching out because I have a referral for you." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's awesome. That's
right.
awesome. Well,
Yeah."
what about TikTok? I had somebody tell me that they do a ton. They've gotten 4 deals this past year just from their TikTok channel. Now,
So I haven't done TikTok. I've gotten more into Reels on
okay.
Instagram. Those are just easier to kind of put out for me when I'm, in between clients and showings and negotiating and all the things. Um, TikTok, I think I need to get better at. There's all these platforms, and
I
whatever's
know.
working, just stick to it. So I'm sticking to Instagram, I'm sticking to Reels,
Yep.
and I'm loving Clubhouse. So
Yeah.
those are my three.
Oh, I get it. I was funny because I mean they keep asking me download this and download that, and it's like
I know.
yeah no, and you're talking to somebody who I have to ask my husband how to turn my email on and off different phones. Like he goes, you need to get a new phone. It's like no I don't, because that means I would have to remember how I accessed everything.
That's funny.
So when you're looking at, if you were to do a vision board today that said this is my 5-year goal, what is your 5-year goal?
I love that question because I just hit my 5-year mark in real estate. So it's so cool to reflect back and see how far I've come because, the world is your oyster. I can do anything I want, And so the 5-year goal at this point would definitely be to own my own brokerage. I just started a team this year, so I can definitely see that happening in 5 years. Um, Ignite people that are in the exact same place I am. So, I want to be a leader in our community. I think there's a lot of people that, don't have direction and have a lot to contribute. And so I want to be that spark that ignites their fire and gets them going in either real estate or, new home sales or just being the best person that they can be. So definitely a leader, definitely owner of my own brokerage. I'd love to have a family.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
send you mine.
yeah.
Just saying. I'm open to joint custody any day of the week. No, I'm just joking. But although I will have to say, grandbabies make having children so worth it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's the best part of having children is grandbabies. Trust me on this. Um,
I love it. I love it.
I've been trying to give them away for like 30 years and nobody will take me up on it. They must know something I didn't know. So, what are your guilty pleasures? You talked about water earlier. You seemed, everything I see on Instagram, you seem fairly active. You're out there. What are the guilty pleasures? How do you unwind? Because we know that hashtag realtor life is true. That is a thing.
Yeah.
Once this is, it's kind of like the mafia. Once you're in, you're in. There's no there's no getting out. So what is your guilty pleasure? What brings you joy and allows you to disconnect?
Yes. So I, during COVID, took up sailing.
Very
So
cool.
I learned how to sail, and that I love being on the water. I mean, put me in a kayak, I'm happy. Put me on a yacht, I'm happier, but I'm still on the water. I'm happy. Anything on the water brings me joy. And then I recently found that ballroom dancing, I know it sounds really proper, but I mean, I do the salsa too.
Oh,
Uh,
I can see you ballroom dancing. I
I
know a
love
gal
it.
who I know a gal who is like a European champ when she was 14. And Yeah, you're willowy and graceful and pretty like she is. I can
Yeah,
so
not
see you.
graceful at all.
No?
I've learned that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to like double down on these classes. So dance classes, but it is so great because you know what's not in my hand is my phone. I
Brilliant.
I am interacting with different people, and it's just like a fluid, the whole world melts away when I'm on the dance floor. I love it.
Well, it kind of grabs every sense, eh? You've got, sight, sound, scent. You've got the tactile. You have everything all embodied in one activity. When you were doing your sailing classes, was that on a laser? Is that what you trained on?
Oh no, they
Lasers
throw
just
you in the water. They're like, good luck. You're out there.
okay. There you go. Yeah, no, my son is. He did sailing for years. My mom and her husband and my sister are all huge in Kansas. There's no water in Kansas, so they dug a ditch, put water in it, and has started a sail club. But
That is so funny.
oh, I know. But so yeah, we believe it or not, landlocked people. I know. I've learned a lot about sailing just from family, but they swear by it. They've got a boat down in Florida, and that's where they do Thanksgiving every year. And yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
you rig your own boat and they say, good luck, we'll let you know. You do little tacks and jibes and go around in the harbor. And then, there's another boat club that you can get, level 1, 2, and 3. And so I'm level 1, but Instagram makes me look better than I really am at sailing.
oh, I know. I love Instagram. I love the filters. I'm a filter gal.
Oh, yeah.
So what would be the advice you would offer? So let's just take a look at the younger audience. What would be the advice that you would offer somebody who's thinking about going into real estate, but just sits here and wonders if there's a space for them due to age?
Due to age. Oh, my goodness. Don't ever let age affect you. I started real estate when I was 24. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't even go to my first closing because I didn't know that's how I got paid. I mean, I have no idea. So I guess my biggest advice and what I always say is everything is figure outable. If you want to have a dream or a goal, there is a way to get there. There's no true emergency. There's no dead end. There's a way. And I have lived that throughout my whole life. I'm a top producing agent, and I had to take the test, the real estate exam, more times than I can count on one hand. So everything is figure outable. And you know what? Just go for it because, getting out of your comfort zone is the only way to decide if that's, something that you're going to love in the future. And I'm so glad that I was persistent in what I did. And I love what I do now. And it's because everything is figure outable. You just keep taking the test.
Absolutely. Just keep doing it. That's how I got my driver's license, and it unfortunately it shows.
It's
So,
so funny you say that because I drove to a different county to take my driver's test. So I didn't have to parallel park. Yeah.
oh,
You drive to the next county over. So you don't
they
have to.
don't parallel park. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What would be the advice you'd give your 24-year-old self before you started the exams, before you did that? What would be the advice knowing where you are today?
Wow. Gosh, that is so hard. Celebrate every win. I think it's easy to get caught up in the day to day and just continue to go through life, and I think even with COVID, it has made me appreciate all the small things in life, and those little things aren't so little. And um, you know, the more successful I've become, the more I'm just on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And it's all those little small wins that got you there. And I think that is what carries you on to the next year or the next accolade or the next day. So
Absolutely.
celebrate
Absolutely.
small wins.
I've heard of it as an analogy of marbles. Every time you accomplish something, put a marble in a jar.
I love that. Yes.
But you don't throw out the jar of marbles when you don't get one thing done. You still have that jar of marbles.
I love that.
So,
I want to do the marbles now.
I know. That was from Tanya Dalton. Tanya Dalton. She owns Inkwell Press, and she wrote The Joy of Missing Out. And she just really talks about, you know what? We as women, especially, if we don't do one thing, we tend to negate everything we have done.
Exactly.
And I just challenge everybody to hold on to everything they've done. And you know what? If the one thing doesn't get done, that's okay. It's kind of like the confetti on the table at the wedding. If you don't get it on there, nobody's going to know that you intended to have confetti on the table.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, in closing, can you tell me, like, who are the top 3 mentors that you, like, just every time you get an opportunity, you are following that person, listening to that person, that way our audience, if they're looking for a mentor, because not all brokerages, unfortunately, have mentors in place for young agents, who can they look to for advice?
Well, I love Lee Brown. I met her at a celebration conference and just fell in love with her positivity and her drive. And, she's sassy and says it like it is, and adore her. I recently went to her speaking boot camp, and
Awesome.
every opportunity I just have to get on her webinars or whatever, speaking event she's doing. Love her. Dave Ramsey, I really, enjoy his, rules for saving and, getting out of debt. I think that's so critical in today's, I want this, I want that, I want this world. And, gosh, there's so many people. It's hard to.
Or you can just go to Clubhouse and find a room, eh?
Clubhouse.
Just sit all day.
Everybody on Clubhouse is like, I sit in on those, and I'm like, I thought I knew what I was doing. I need to take some notes here. I mean, I'm serious. Like, that is where.
That's the thing, eh? That's the thing. So real quick, I want you to tell us, if I said to you, I want you to write one quote on your bathroom mirror, so you're looking at it every day for the next 30 days, what would be that quote? What is it that rolls around in your head?
Oh my God, so many quotes. Let me think. All right, I said, everything is figure-outable. Celebrate the small wins. My quote would be, I kind of live my life by the mantra of, don't save something nice for, don't save your silver for a party. And, if you want to wear your sequins, wear the sequins. Every day is a celebration. I use my china. I have my grandmother's china, and I use that every day, because when am I going to wait to use it? I wear my favorite perfume. I use my grandmother's china, and I wear my sequins when I want to. So whatever quote that is, all in one little thing. that's
every day. So basically celebrate today, every day. Yes. That is amazing. I'm so with you on that. So Kat, tell us where we can find you, how we can connect with you. Give us all the rundown of all your,
So Instagram, I am Unlock CHS. So
Unlock, can you spell that for me?
Unlock, like you're unlocking a door.
Unlock a door.
So UNLOCK. CHS, which stands for Charleston. So
okay.
Unlock CHS. My trademark is Unlock Your Best Life. So
that's good. That's good.
And I can be reached at Kat, K-A-T, at Carolina One Real Estate. I'm sorry. No, that is not my email. Sorry. It's Kat, K-A-T, at carolina1.com, which is my real estate email. But just shoot me a message anywhere, really. I mean, it's not, if you Google me, you'll find me. So lots of mediums to get in.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to the next time. I'm dying to see the 5-year, the Cat brokerage, so a whole new concept to the Cat house. So Sorry. I just
That could be my name. Yes, the cat house.
sorry, we just went there. That will be on the
Look,
8 o'clock.
we are the Cat's Meow. Please come to the cat house to find your next home.
Don't worry, we won't tell the neighbors.
Literally.
Oh, Kat, this is awesome. This is awesome, and it's never too early to start on your life's dreams. You're never too young to be an expert in your field. You just have to ask and find the knowledge and the leaders that will help direct you. Again, I'm your host, Kim Hayden, here at the Resilient Realtor, and I can't wait to see you succeed. Be the best you. Until next time.
Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, be an agent of change.